Cindered Shadows, the fourth house. In the imperial year 185, the construction of Garreg Mach was completed. Saint Seros held a sacred ritual to honor the occasion. 4 saints, known as the 4 Apostles, were led to a tranquil place to perform the ritual. They poured their holy essences into the chalice of beginnings, a gift from the goddess herself, in hopes of bringing about her second coming. Alas, the rite of rising failed. Bearing the blame for the ritual's failure, the 4 apostles left the monastery, all but vanishing from the land. The first sought the lush forest of Adrestia's mountains. The second traversed Fodlan's fangs, settling on the ocean's salted shores. The third traveled to the mountains, vanishing beneath their lofty peaks. And the fourth faded into shadow, in a town untouched by day's light. Lost to history, nothing but legend now remains of the 4 apostles. Their offering to the Nabatean chalice and the goddess, who never returned.
Excuse me, sorry to intrude. Please, forgive the disruption, Lady Rhea, but I have that report you asked for.
Do not worry yourself, Eloise. As it happens, I am presently unoccupied. Please, go on.
Ah, great. I'll just... Huh? What's that book you've got there?
It is a chronicle covering the 995 years since Garreg Mach Monastery's completion.
Huh? Sounds like a good read.
Maintaining the Church's records is one of the duties entrusted to all archbishops, myself included. This one states that Saint Seros ordered the monastery's construction after the end of the War of Heroes. This is a rare and valuable text. Most documents of that era have been lost to time.
I see. Time aside, we also lost many books in that massive fire 21 years ago.
Indeed. What was once well documented exists now only in this chronicle, not least of which is the ceremony commemorating the monastery's completion.
Interesting. I'll admit, I know the year it took place, but not a thing beyond that.
That is to be expected, unfortunately. According to this chronicle, the rite of rising was held during the ceremony. The intent was to bring about the goddess's rebirth.
The Rite of Rising, huh? Can't say I've ever heard of that one.
I am not surprised. There should be countless records documenting that important ritual. Alas, today all we have to go on are fragments of forgotten memories and our own imaginations. One thing is clear. Their wish for the goddess's return was most fervent. Saint Seros held the ritual along with the 4 apostles, Noah, Chevalier, Timotheus, and Oban. However, it did not bear fruit, as the goddess did not return to this world. So it is written.
I've never heard of the 4 apostles before. They're different from the 4 saints, right?
That is correct. Today, almost no records exist of the 4 apostles. Their names live on only in the names of their crests. But the bloodlines bearing those tokens of the past have been lost. Any deeper knowledge of the apostles has all but disappeared from the grand stage of history.
Well, that's interesting. Does that mean they're somewhere backstage?
In a sense. It is possible that their bloodlines have carried on in secret, perhaps materializing where no one thought to look. I had not intended to indulge in such a long-winded lecture. Please, tell me your report, Eloise. It concerns the underground, does it not?
Oh, right. It's as you suspected. Recently, There have been several incidents in the area beneath Garreg Mach.
Claude, are you certain that suspicious individual you spotted went through there? I will say, that does look a bit like a passageway, doesn't it?
Unless I dreamt it up while sleepwalking, there's no mistaking what I saw.
I never thought I'd say this, but I believe Claude's story. In fact, it reminds me of something. I have heard tales of countless passages snaking beneath Garreg Mach. This is undoubtedly one of them.
Perhaps so. In any case, there is no telling where it leads.
Oh no. Oh, you're right. There's no telling what we could find. Terrible danger, wicked creatures, unspeakable smells. The risk is too high, your highnesses. I must humbly insist that you wait here, where it's safe and smells nice. Meanwhile, Teach and I will track down the bandit-shaped person. If we don't return, do me a favor and call for the knights, will you?
That is quite enough. As though we would allow you to make that call on your own. With so little information, it's far too dangerous. We'll come along as well, right, Dimitri?
Yes, of course. If it was indeed a thief, we must not allow them to get away with their crime. Considering what took place at the goddess's rite of rebirth, vigilance is paramount.
Right, well, tag along if you insist. Just don't come crying to me if we all meet a terrible fate. Deal?
Likewise. Well, no use dallying. Let's be on our way. Unless there's someone else we should call for?
Teach is right. There isn't a moment to lose.
Whoa there! What's all this, Professor? You and the 3 house leaders creeping around at night? Pretty shady if you ask me.
It's certainly a rare and unexpected sighting, especially considering the hour.
Looks like a whole lot of something is about to happen. I'm going back to bed.
Stop right there, Lenhart. Your bad luck is our good fortune. You're coming with us.
You can stop thinking of ways out of this, Hilda. We could use your help, too.
You as well, Ash. I'll explain everything on the way.
Happy to help. We don't have anything better to do at this hour, so we may as well pitch in.
You have our gratitude. Now then, let us be on our way. Ready, Professor?
The more the merrier, I suppose. Let's just hope we're not all marching to our doom.
Yuri, this is brutal. Tell me again why you're subjecting me to this devastating boredom?
Enough with the yawning, baldness. If you're really that bored, you could always make a friendly wager.
Thanks, but no thanks, pal. I'm low on funds as it is. Last thing I need is another debt I can't pay.
Right, B. As if you could say no to that. How diverting that you should bicker for my amusement. Imagine my overwhelming dread were I stuck here without such joyous entertainment.
Count me out. I'll lead the talking to Yuri, Bird, and Coco.
Hey, boss.
Back already, huh? Have you detected any movement on the surface?
Well, I looked for the Cardinals meeting, just like you said. The thing is, I was spotted by some weirdos. They chased after me and everything.
Some weirdos, you say? So very helpful. They weren't knights, were they?
I don't know. There were only a few of them, but I bet they were armed to the teeth.
With meager numbers like that, I doubt they intend to take on Abyss.
They probably took you for some kind of villain. They'll lock you up if they catch you. Finally, a little action. Let's find them first and throw some punches.
Hold, Balthus. 'Tis ignorance itself to rush headfirst into trouble.
You're excited to fight too. You've been waiting for a chance to try out your shiny new magic.
Surface laws don't apply down here. That gives us the freedom to have some fun with them. They're probably not knights, but our new friends definitely work for the church.
You had best not leave me behind.
It seems this place is more than a simple passageway. There's clear evidence of human habitation.
People living under Garreg Mach? Oh, my brother used to tell me stories like that back in his academy days.
Ah, so Holst attended the academy as well then?
Of course. Back then, there were tons of rumors about what goes on below Garreg Mach. Something about tons of passages and houses beneath the town, all inhabited by super shady people. It had a real intimidating name, too. What was it again? I think it was called Abyss?
That's 2 points for the pink-haired gal. Welcome to Abyss, strangers.
Identify yourself. That uniform.
Welcome, curious students of the Officers' Academy. What brings such fine, upstanding surface dwellers to our humble abode?
We're tracking someone who was creeping around the monastery.
Our business here does not concern you. Do you intend to let us pass?
Such indulgence simply cannot be permitted. Your words may fool the fool, but I cannot be so easily deceived. I, Constance von Nouvelle, shall divine your true intentions. You are here by order of the Church, which cruelly plots to eliminate the inhabitants of Abyss.
Did she say Nouvelle?
I don't care what the reason for this brawl is. A bite's on the menu, and I'm ready to feast. Let's get right to it, yeah?
By the look of them, I'd wager they're experienced combatants. I'm not certain this is a wise endeavor.
I was thinking the very same thing. Time to make a strategic retreat then?
Turning back already? Oh, but you'll make me so sad. Now, why would you want to do that? Everyone here is starved for amusement. They've been waiting for a good fight.
Wow, look at that. A flawless example of a surprise attack. These aren't your run-of-the-mill thugs.
Claude, this isn't the time to be impressed by our enemy. We must find a way through at once.
Wait. Claude, is it? As in the brand new heir of House Regan?
Who, me? Nah, wrong guy. Claude's a common name in Fodlan. It's just too dashing for new moms to pass up. It's even a popular choice for fake names. Just a good, solid, all-purpose moniker, you know?
Right, except there's only one Claude enrolled at the Academy this year. Looks like that's you.
How do you even know that?
Ah, you just gave yourself away, pal. Looks like my luck's finally taking a turn for the good. All right, so your choices are as follows. Line up for the beating of a lifetime, or let us lock you up like the good boys and girls you undoubtedly are.
I have no clue what this guy's going on about, but it looks like a fight's in order. And it's pretty much all my fault. There's a saying from the East about fighting a flicker with a flame. Seems applicable right about now.
Finally, let's do this already. Prepare to face the almighty King of Grappling.
Why can't I shake the feeling that I know that wild man?
Who are you people anyhow? It doesn't seem right to cross blades without knowing at least that much.
Wow, does it hurt to take yourself that seriously? Answer the man's question, B.
Why me? Yeah, fine. We're the Ashen Wolves. We're the secret fourth house in Abyss. The surface world turned its back on us, and we did the same in return. Back for a back, as they say.
Fourth house? Impossible. Still, we must focus on the battle ahead.
Seems like it'll be tough to fight here. It's kind of dark. Looks like a great place to nap, though.
The locks on those gates look really complicated. There must be another way through.
Battle.
I'll cut through.
I'll give it my all.
Ready and willing. That's the golden deer for you.
Stay focused.
Who's next?
I will prevail.
Who, me?
You're weak. Is that all? You're weak.
Come and get some, kiddo. I won't hold back, so you better not either. These fists are packed with years of pent-up resentment. Time to let loose.
was that?
Doing my part.
You never had a chance.
I can't shake the feeling that I know you from somewhere, but I'm drawing a blank. Either way, you wouldn't want to hurt a helpless girl like me. Maybe you should let us off the hook.
Anything for a pretty lady. Why don't we talk it out over a hot meal? Your treat? Actually, scratch that. Something tells me I'd best stay away from this one.
You lost to me?
Oh, you've got guts. I'll give you that much.
I must keep aiming higher.
Never underestimate an outsider.
Come to think of it, there's an easier way to handle this.
What was that? It couldn't have been a summoning spell.
Quite helpful.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
I expected as much.
my support. Pull out all the stops.
As expected. We must all do our part.
Sorry.
I'd rather be napping.
Hilda! Hilda!
It would behoove you to watch your back.
Oh no! I knew something didn't feel right.
Yeah, I'm definitely tougher.
Is it too late for me to back out of this fight? I don't want to hurt anyone. But in this case, I guess there's no avoiding it.
Not good. That was tough. I had so far left to go.
This is boring. Count me out.
Witness my power. Should I have held back?
Caution!
The fight continues.
I could use a break.
And I didn't even enjoy it.
It's your call.
I'm all sweaty.
Hey, look at you.
I'll cut through.
Thanks.
That is that.
Ready and willing.
I'll give it my all.
I guess I have to. I'd rather be napping. I think I'm improving.
No time like the present.
Is that all?
Who, me?
Thank you.
It's a long road yet.
Underestimate the denizens of Abyss, and it won't end well for you. Tremble in fear at my magical might.
It's our chance to prevail. I'm getting stronger. I can feel it.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
That was tough. I'm starting to see results.
It's not that I'm defeated, so much as that I'm temporarily grounded.
Sorry, did I hurt you? Whoa!
Should I have held back?
Well done.
We're at your side.
It's time.
Another step forward.
Doing my part.
Time is now. Who's next?
defeat was inevitable.
That's the golden deer for you. I expected as much.
Can't get ahead of myself.
Well, what have we here? Some lost kids stumbling around in the dark? Stay a while, won't you? Shame indeed not to have a bit of fun with each other while we've got the chance, you know?
Sorry.
I know you. You're the one Lord Lonato adopted, isn't that right?
That's right. Wait, I recognize you too. You're Count Rowe's adopted son. I don't know how you ended up here, but your house is no doubt worried sick. Let's get you home, okay?
You really think I'd choose to go back there? Better watch yourself. You might lose a limb. Or your life. Adorable.
It's not luck, it's fate.
Maybe I got a bit too carried away. Nah.
Progress suits me well. It's safe to say we've won this round, don't you think? B, was it?
The name's Balthus. I don't lose often, but I can at least recognize what it looks like.
Balthus. Balthus. Balthus? From House Albrecht? Baldy, is that you? Whew! You look, old.
Huh. Do we know each other, pal? Wait a minute. That hair, those eyes, that voice! Hilda! I don't believe it! Oh, little sis? I don't believe it! Little Hilda herself! Why didn't you speak up sooner?
Baldy, this isn't the time to catch up. What would Holst think? I bet you didn't consider that, did you?
Yeesh. I don't know, but it wouldn't be nice. Look, sorry, okay? Just don't tell Holst. If he knew I raised a hand against you, he'd have my head.
Like he'd stop at your head. Fine, though. Just this once, and just for you, I'll keep quiet.
Now that that's sorted, what did you mean about it being lucky that you found me?
Oh, that. One of the guys I owe gold to is Count Gloucester. He said something about forgiving my debt if I could dig up some dirt on you. Figured this was my shot.
Ah, so it was purely selfish. But then was a fight really necessary?
Really was. Best way to acquaint yourself with someone is to get into a tussle with them. That's common sense right there.
That's the correct response for a reasonable person. We're not all as far gone as Both is here.
Say what you will, but I learned all I need to know. It's clear this lot has nothing to do with the church's intentions. But that means those other creeps could always attack us at any moment. Someone's targeting Abyss. Mercenaries keep sniffing around and causing trouble here. They won't let up.
It's a real problem. We have no clue who's pulling the strings. There are many within the church who would love to see this filthy underground city purged. When you first showed up, we thought you were here to do just that. Apologies for the confusion.
So that's why you came at us with that nasty Kill the Outsiders act.
As Yuribird said, we're sorry. We're all pretty on edge these days.
Indeed. That someone would descend to Abyss out of pure curiosity was far too outlandish to consider.
No idea. These tunnels have been around for ages. They could be older than the monastery for all we know.
None remain who know the complete truth. However, I shall tell you all that we know for certain. Abyss is home to those who shun the light of day. It is the secret shadow of Garrick Mach, if you will.
The church quietly tolerates us. They think they need a place like this for Garrick Mach to thrive.
The deal is simple. Abyssians never get involved with the surface, and the surface never gets involved with us.
Alas, for some foul reason, surface dwellers have been after us of late. Further oppressing those souls who can only find solace beneath the ground? I cannot abide it. Though it pains me to admit, we too harbor valid reasons for not venturing into the light. That is why, by the grace of our esteemed patron, we have been granted sanctuary here in Abyss.
I see. Balti, does that mean you've got a reason for being here too?
Afraid so, Hilda. I'm here because there are more bounties on my head than there is hair. Needed to lay low. Real low.
But, Balti, that's awful.
Enough with the niceties. Let's get these surface dwellers out of here.
Nonsense! Intolerable nonsense! Why ever would we let slip this chance to acquire their aid?
Like we said, recently this place is being targeted by mercenaries. Myself excluded, a lot of the folks who live here can't defend themselves. They're here to avoid conflict. The elderly, the infirm, orphans, lost souls, merchants who were chewed up and spit out by the nobility, the works.
It rests upon us to protect those who cannot protect themselves, and to safeguard our home. To that noble end, I must insist that you lend us your strength.
I feel for your cause, truly. However, I cannot help but wonder why you would trust us so readily. We are from the surface, after all.
Trust is a choice. We're choosing to trust you. For now. It's clear you're not here by command of the church. And you're not just a bunch of noble twerps either. You can hold your own. It's in the way you fight, how you carry yourselves. Still, I'm reluctant to get you involved with this madness. It's our problem, not yours.
It's too late now. We already told them everything. Let's at least give them a chance to decide for themselves.
Most true. Wander about Abyss for a time, and I am certain you will come to the only correct conclusion.
Right, what she said. Take a look, think some thoughts. Consider yourselves our special guests.
Cindered shadows. What lies beneath?
Huh?
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. It's about you outsiders. Actually, guess I shouldn't bother reporting you to yourself. The Ashen Wolves may seem tough, but they're harmless. Honestly, things can get pretty boring down here. But here's a little piece of wisdom from me to you. Boredom's a luxury. Trust me, I know these things.
Professor? Oh, hello, Professor. Have you seen this library of theirs? It's completely different from the one in the monastery, and their collection is amazing. There are forgeries and banned books, legends, spells, and heresies. Doubt I'll catch a single wink tonight.
Heya. You're quite a fetching lady, but even your looks don't compete with the likes of Yuri. Don't let that pretty face of his fool you, though. He's a rogue, through and through. Even so, the people of Abyss trust him. He may be a scoundrel, but he's our scoundrel.
Want a drink? Of course you don't. It's all terrible down here. Nobody important enough to carry the good stuff wants to come underground to sell it to us. It's a shame. Just once, I'd like to taste something worthy of a noble.
I told Yuri I wanted to be just like him when I grew up. And he said I shouldn't ever say stuff like that. So I told Balthus I didn't want to be like him when I grew up. And he said I'd grow up boring. What do they want me to say?
Hey there.
Welcome. This one? Thank you. This one? Thank you. This one? Thank you. Please come again.
What's all the commotion about? Hey, hang on. I've never seen you before. You a first-timer? Word of advice. Watch your back. The only folks who hang around down here are the ones too shady to walk in the goddess's light.
Hiya, Professor. Allow me to introduce you to my brother's best friend. You can call him Balti.
Actually, it's Balthus. You've probably heard of me. In the Alliance, I'm known as, how should I put it?
Right answer. This guy's notorious for picking fights and shirking debts. He's got a whole army of bounty hunters chasing after him.
I may not look it, but I was once a noble from a minor house. Life's full of twists and turns.
I know you, Balti. I'm pretty sure you got yourself into this mess.
What the?
Is that so? It looks like this is where the people of Abyss leave their unwanted belongings. I didn't expect to find much, but there's actually plenty of gear we could salvage. I'm told we can take anything we can use, so it might be good to check on it now and again.
Heya.
Really? Pardon, but might you possibly be the Imperial Princess herself?
I am. And you are Constance of House Nouvelle. I recall hearing of your disappearance. I never would have imagined you'd end up in a place like this.
Your presence is equally curious. What business could you have here? Don't tell me it was idle curiosity.
As I believe you are well aware, we were chasing after a suspicious individual.
You're not a holy knight, and you don't seem all that special. But you're certainly mysterious, wielding that hero's relic. Yeah, I've heard all about you. But I never figured I'd see you down here, chasing after someone and getting lost in the process. That's right. And so we're clear. The Ashen Wolf House isn't affiliated with the Officers Academy. Since we're not part of the Academy, it's really just in place for us. Can't go to the surface either. We've all got our reasons. We're a unique bunch from all walks of life. Once you get to know us, I'm sure you'll love it here.
Hey, new person. Want my advice? Don't wander too far off the beaten path. Abyssians like their privacy. If you go snooping around, there's bound to be trouble. Wait, did I introduce myself? My name's Happy.
Who knew an entire town was hiding beneath the monastery? And a secret fourth house to boot? Secrets upon secrets, so I'm just itching to know them all. I'm sure Rhea knows all about this place. Gods, how many secrets does that lady have?
What do you think, Professor? This is a most unique town, is it not? Incredible, really, that those who face depression on the surface are able to find sanctuary here. Oh, not to say that there's no helping the situation in Fodlan. To do just that is our duty and our honor. Even so, I find the idea rather lovely.
What? Find someone else to bother. Whatever the heck you're selling, I'm not buying. Not a trader, huh? Sorry, my mistake. Most folks chatting down here are just pawning off stolen goods.
You're from the surface, aren't you? I bet you're real bad. My mom says surface people are the worst.
Okay. Abyss is where I offer my prayers to my gods. It is the only place. The goddess of Fodlan is not one of my gods, but the statue here is not one of my gods either. I offer my prayers here all the same, because Abyss is where it is allowed.
We're all done here, boss. Oh, but more importantly, about your...
We'll discuss that another time. For now, tend to your mission. Don't worry, no one will die. We'll get everyone out safely. Once the trap is set, shift your focus to protecting the Abyssians, just in case things go south. Oh, it's you. I was just heading off to ambush our attackers. You'll help with that, won't you?
Oh, does that mean your enemies are drawing near?
Very good. The scouts I sent to the surface spotted some mercenaries. We closed off the entrance they used last, but it seems they've already found another.
This is bad. We've got to evacuate everyone from Abyss as quickly as possible.
That won't be necessary. They'll be back soon.
Huh? Who?
Why do I have to go? No matter what we do, we're all just gonna die in the end anyway.
Sure, But if we do nothing, we'll die a lot sooner. I assume the corridor is successfully camouflaged?
But of course, our decoy shall prevent those scoundrels from chancing upon our living quarters. Do note that I am the bait upon your hook. If we fail, I shall be left dangling in the wind. But it must be done, I fear. And so, I will most happily accept the starring role in this.
They're at the entrance. They'll be coming in from the east.
The east. Good. We're well placed. Go ahead and draw them deeper into Abyss, just like we planned. I'd like to know that myself. But first things first, we've got to make it through this encounter. Launching small counterattacks on the surface won't accomplish anything. It could also earn us the scorn of the Church, if it gets messy. Which it will. That's why we have to lure the enemy underground before we take them out. I know the perfect spot.
Admit it, pals. You're knee-deep in this, just like us. There's no turning back now, right?
Of course not. If there's any way we can help your cause, we won't turn our backs on you.
That's right. We will not stand idly by while danger befalls the innocent people of Abyss.
If we can capture the enemy, we can perhaps learn the reason behind their relentless attacks.
Excited, are you? Fine. We could use more bodies to throw at our enemies. Thanks for volunteering.
So long as they're fighting with us and not against us, I don't care how excited they are. Let's get to it! Wow, an underground arena, huh? You sure know some great spots, Yuri.
I heard about this place from someone back in town. It hasn't been in use for a long time. I figured it could prove useful. So I spent some time clearing out the debris that was blocking the entrance.
It seems to be a revitalized ruin. Perhaps it was originally a reception hall or something similar.
Perhaps. Honestly, all of Abyss feels like a ruin.
This place is magnificent. It is just spacious enough to contain my glory. I shall not hold back here.
Large, isolated. I wonder if it would be okay for me to sigh here.
If Happy sighs, monsters come running. No, I'm not kidding.
I'm not sure what you could possibly mean by that.
I wish, Happy, but no. Absolutely no sighing. And Constance, be glorious in moderation. Understood? This place is so big that if it collapses, all of Abyss will fall with it. The whole reason we're luring our enemies here is to avoid damaging Abyss. Don't lose sight of that.
I am well aware of our aim.
Sure, but that doesn't mean we can trust you to show restraint.
You as well? I cannot fathom why I am being treated in such a way. It is the duty of the nobility to preserve the people's safety. Do you truly believe that I would destroy Abyss in my efforts to save it? Preposterous.
That would cause trouble for Elfie too. If the underground collapses, he's the one who will have to answer for it.
You must know Alfric, yeah? He's a bigwig in the church, but a friend of Abyss. He's the one who opened up this place to folks with nowhere else to turn. Folks like us. He gave us a home, a new life.
It is Ulfric himself who put forth the idea of establishing the Ashen Wolf House. Sadly, he faces opposition within the church, and so he cannot openly deploy the knights to aid us.
That means Alfric relies upon us to protect the people who live here. Us, and now you. I hope you're ready, Professor. We're counting on you.
Reliable, aren't you? We'll owe you one.
Time to knock some sense into their thick skulls. They picked the wrong strangers to mess with.
Following those shady kids was a bad idea. This place is massive.
They actually fell for it. Let's get this done!
Other mercenaries are on their way. We left a nice little trail of crumbs for them to follow. We'll need to take them all out, or they'll just keep coming. Let's pull together.
Yep.
Let me at him. It'll be a shame to mar this pretty arena with a bunch of fresh corpses, but here goes! Couldn't weather the storm, huh?
Sally forward!
Sure thing.
I will prevail.
I'll cut through.
I'll give it my all.
Ready and willing. Never underestimate an outsider.
Stay focused.
Be careful who you choose to follow. I suppose it's too late for that now, isn't it?
You'll not find it so easy to escape from the darkest depths of Garreg Mach. Do you see where you went wrong?
You're a real pain in the neck, you know that?
Who, me?
Battle.
Is that all? You're weak.
Not so fast!
Sure, pal. You're even stronger than I look, yeah?
We'll lend you a hand.
I've got an idea.
That was tough.
Is that all?
That's the golden deer for you.
Keep it up. Each battle, a chance to grow.
Quite helpful.
that one.
That's the stuff.
You lost to me?
This can't be the place, can it?
More visitors already? Allow us to offer you a premature burial.
Damn brats, out of the way!
Let me at him.
A great help. Easy peasy.
Out of my way.
Sorry, but victory is mine. Life doesn't always go as planned.
Did I hurt you? I think... Yeah, I'm definitely tougher.
Must be awful losing to me. If only my research had such results.
Acknowledge my contribution!
You're fresh out of luck. Stronger the better.
Over already.
Nighty-night.
Baby steps, I guess.
That's the golden deer for you.
I shall rise, but your day is past. There's no masking my splendor.
As expected.
How deep does this place go? I wonder if it's around here somewhere.
All we have here are your buddies' carcasses. Maybe you should turn around and go home.
I will get stronger yet.
That's what you get.
I must stay focused. Thanks for that.
Is that all?
Guess I have no choice. You lost to me?
Predictable.
didn't give it your all. We must all do our part.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
No biggie.
Well, how was that? It's a long road yet.
You're too kind. Watch him out. You fought well.
And I didn't even enjoy it.
It was a good try.
I've been practicing that one.
Easy peasy. Good enough for me.
no coward.
All right, where's the treasure? I've had it with these Abyssians.
Jeez, will it ever end? I love a good brawl, but I'm sick of looking at these fools.
I thought I smelled fresh blood. The worms will feast tonight. That sword awaited you in the holy mausoleum. Show me its power.
Sure, pal. Even stronger than I look, yeah?
That's the golden deer for you. I'm not done yet.
Be mindful.
Failure is not an option.
Well done.
Saw that coming.
Stay focused.
You'll be repaid.
That's how it goes. have so far left to go.
Smile for
Face it, I'm better than you.
I knew you'd come through.
It's our chance to prevail.
I'll give it my all. That was tough. I'll stick with it.
I'll cut through. Time is now.
Who, me?
Sure thing. Out of my way.
Yep.
Sally forth!
Saw it coming.
Thanks.
Stay focused.
Sure, pal.
On it.
I've got an ace up my sleeve.
Acknowledge my contribution!
I will prevail.
Remember this service.
It's our chance to prevail.
At least you're no coward. All that blood and sweat was worth it.
sweaty.
Ready and willing. My moment has arrived. It's not luck, it's fate.
Show me more.
That's how it goes.
Kill him!
Nighty-night.
Couldn't weather the storm, huh? Thanks, pal.
That is that.
We must all do our part. Well done.
Over already. I will get stronger yet.
Sorry, did I hurt you? I'm definitely tougher.
I've indulged too much. I take my leave for now.
Honestly, what a nuisance.
Boss, that's the last of them.
Good. Finally. Thanks for all the help, everyone.
I ain't going down without a fight. I'm taking you with me, punk.
I will not allow it.
Helfric, you're here. Well, shall we capture this fool?
How serendipitous that you have come to our aid!
I am relieved that I wasn't too late. I do hope my presence proved useful.
No doubt about it. We needed the backup.
Professor, I do believe this is the first time our paths have crossed, is it not? Of course, I have heard all about you from Her Grace, the Archbishop. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Elfric. The Church has granted me custodianship of Abyss. The pleasure is all mine. I am sure you have already been told about Abyss's unique situation. For varying reasons, all of the inhabitants here are unable to live a peaceful life on the surface. People like the Dagdans and Almirans, who suffer undue persecution across Fodlan. The poor and the sick, who are forced into Abyss. Not to mention all the other unfortunate souls who ended up here. I believe it is my sacred duty to provide a place for those who have nowhere else to go.
Right. And the poor and sick living in a sunless crypt helps them... how?
Enough, Claude. Please, forgive my friend, Elfric. We would love to hear more.
In all honesty, I understand his concern. I dearly wish I could provide a better life for my flock. But it would appear that Her Grace and most of the Church consider the existence of Abyss to be something of a nuisance. No. I've heard tell of those within the Church who intend to purge Abyss.
That's the Church for you. They make a big deal out of helping the helpless, when it suits them.
We can't just sit back and accept the way things are. We've got to fight the system. Sure, I'm here to hide from literally countless bounty hunters, but I'm not the only one in need. You're in a bad way too, Happy. We can't just let the Church walk all over us.
Too true. For the sake of all who dwell in Abyss, we must help dear Elfric to turn the tide.
I am overwhelmed with gratitude. Your fervent support is all the reward I could ask for. As for you, Professor, I must beg a favor of you. The Ashen Wolves are a house in name alone. They are eager students with no teacher to guide them. If you could find it in your heart to take them under your wing, I would be most grateful. Naturally, your official duties take precedence, so you need only help out when your schedule allows.
Wait a minute, Elfric. Where's this nonsense coming from?
I second that question. We have no need of a professor when we have you.
Dear flock, I am a mere guardian. I can protect you, but I cannot enrich your minds. Though I call this gathering an academy house, I have long lamented that it isn't truly so. Now, I am blessed with the opportunity to correct this. The professor who stands before you has garnered a great deal of acclaim on the surface. A most trustworthy and esteemed teacher, to say the least. What's more, I happen to be acquainted with the father of this fine individual. I was born and raised in Garreg Mach, so I often had the opportunity to spend time with him. Your mother as well. She was a cherished friend of mine. I was even present for their wedding. With parents like yours, I have no doubt that you possess the kindness and patience necessary to guide these students.
But...
It'll be fine. It's not like we're strangers anymore. Say, Elfric, don't you need to take care of those thieves?
Ah, right you are. Please, excuse me. Oh, and one more thing, Professor. If ever you would like to hear more about your parents, I would be delighted to share my memories with you. Cindered Shadows, the Rite of Rising. Ah, Professor, to what do I owe this pleasure? Ah, yes, of course you do. I will gladly tell you all that I know. Where to begin? If you have something particular in mind, please ask and I shall answer as best I can. Kind and wise. I would often see her in the library, her nose always buried in a book. Gerald was very much then as he is now. His knights would have done just about anything for him. Whenever he had time to spare, he would instruct the children of the monastery in combat and tactics. Just like those wide-eyed youngsters, your mother and I made a hero of him in our minds. When I learned that Gerald and Citri were to be married, I was quite surprised. Back then, Gerald was something of a mentor to me. As for Citri, she found it difficult to express her emotions. It was only when she was gazing at Gerald that I ever saw her smile. A smile that rivaled the very sun. His tales of the outside world must have seemed like a lifeline for one as frail and guarded as she. Indeed, she lacked the strength to travel beyond the monastery. The only souls she ever spoke with were a select few within the monastery walls. I can picture it now. The stories he told her, his striking words, and his boisterous laugh. Listening to him must have given her a great deal of hope. As for me, I could never have become like Gerald, as much as I wished for it. I suppose I did. He would tell stories from a century ago as though he had lived them himself. No matter how fervently one studies the stories of old, that is no easy task. Professor, you traveled with Gerald before coming here. You must have seen a great many things, yes? Forgive me for overstepping, but do you not regret foregoing your travels to take up residence here? Well then, I suppose I have no choice but to assist you as best I can. To shape young minds must afford you a unique perspective on the world. I am certain my unsolicited advice is nothing but a nuisance, but please, hear me out. It is my hope that you will live a full life, experiencing the world, fostering strong relationships with people. Do so for dear Citri, whose wish to experience such things shall regretfully never be granted. I cannot deny it. It is my own stubborn notion, one that Her Grace will likely not think kindly of. Beyond my personal motive, I believe that you alone can guide my flock to even greater heights, and perhaps you will learn from them as well. But I have taken enough of your precious time. Know that I am here for you, always.
Pray tell, Yuri, did those foul bandits whom we bested at the arena confess to anything?
Not a word. And they wouldn't name names. I got the feeling they didn't know much themselves. However, one thing is clear. Whoever hired them is after something here in Abyss.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. They must have been on a treasure hunt or something.
A treasure hunt here? I don't get it. What is there to find in these dingy tunnels?
Elfric, was it? Looks like this is ringing a bell for you.
Well, something does come to mind, but the notion is preposterous at best.
Never discount a wild hunch. Sometimes they're closer to the truth than you'd think.
Any lead will do, so long as it helps determine our next course of action. Please, go on.
As you wish, though again, it is quite far-fetched. You see, there is a long-standing legend here. It is said that deep underground, below even Abyss, is a place called the Chasm of the Bound, wherein lies the chalice of beginnings.
Huh. This is the first I've heard of it. So you believe Abyss is connected to that place?
Lots of twists and turns down here, so it's not the craziest idea ever. Must be well hidden, though.
I once happened upon an old document that mentioned a ritual called the Rite of Rising. The text was incomplete, so I was unable to achieve a full understanding of the topic. I cannot even guarantee the authenticity of what I read. But it stated that the Chalice of Beginnings is a sacred object, crafted by order of Saint Seros herself. Saint Seros apparently used the artifact to carry out the Rite of Rising, along with the 4 apostles. It is a ritual that is believed to have the power to resurrect a life that was lost. However, the ritual failed. The 4 apostles bound the chalice, so that it would never fall into a mortal's hands.
The Rite of Rising, huh?
Ah, yes! The Chalice of Legend! My father mentioned it to me a very long time ago. A secret treasure of the church. A chalice, powerful enough to resurrect the dead! Exhilarating, no?
Quite. It is no small wonder that people are after it.
Even so, we still don't have much to go on. We must gather more information about this legend at once.
I wholeheartedly agree. I will do all I can to track down more clues within the monastery. Although Garrick Mach's library is so well curated, I doubt any further records will be found.
Wondrous! We shall do all that we can as well.
Excuse me. I've only had the chance to speak with Elfric briefly, but he seems like a respectable man. It's obvious the whole town has a lot of affection for him. Kind of reminds me of Lenato in that way.
I've got a lot of time on my hands down here, so I've been venturing even deeper underground. This place is loaded with winding paths and blocked off tunnels. It's a real maze. Only a few folks even know how to operate the gate mechanisms and hidden passages. That's what I said. Things will shift without notice here, revealing hidden passages. Walls, floors, everything. Gotta stay sharp. Actually, I'll level with you. Yuri and Constance are much better at scoping out that kind of thing.
The Ashen Wolves got their name from the beasts who guard the Blue Sea Star. The Archbishop named the house herself, in fact. In spite of that, it seems she looks unfavorably upon our house of late. This saddens me greatly.
Wow. I heard Elfric came to Yuri's rescue in the attack that happened recently. That's just what you'd expect from someone as kind and strong as he is. I can't believe he's single.
Had a chance to poke your head in here, Professor? It's a fortune teller's room. Judging by all her mystical-looking doodads, I think she's the real deal, too. I wonder if she does matchmaking. Maybe she can help me sort through my countless suitors.
I see. Well, well. The Imperial Princess, the Crown Prince, and the next Sovereign Duke. Must be exhausting trying to suss out each other's intentions, huh? Nah, we get along great. I mean, we kinda have no choice. A petty squabble could start an all-out war. And it doesn't take a fancy title to have a hidden agenda. Isn't that right, Yuri? Cheeky. And off base. What do you think, friend? Do you think I'm off plotting nefarious deeds?
Not very perceptive, are we? Even so, that's a bit much, wouldn't you say? I do what I need to get by. Nothing more than that. As for the others, they've all got their own struggles. But they're nothing if not trustworthy.
Humbling yourself while promoting your friends. Gotta say, I don't hate this side of you.
Seems we're in mutual neutrality of one another. I like that you keep your cards close. We'll get along just fine, you and I.
Perhaps.
Pardon the odd question, but something has been bothering me for a while now. Your hair. Was it always that color?
That is an odd question. But yes, if you must know, it was a different color when I was a child. How could you know that? Is it possible that we met before the academy? It's a long story. Now is not the time or place.
Yes, of course. My apologies.
Hey, you. There was a time when I did much fighting. Then I was captured. Then I escaped. My home is far away now. My mother is waiting for me. But returning is... it is far away. I worry that I will be here until I am very old.
Professor!
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. The bandit sightings have stopped, for now. I still won't let my guard down, though. What else? Notice how everyone's in high spirits? Know why? I do. It's because Master Elfric is here. He's real special, that one. He saved my life, and lots of others here, too. He's earned some hero worship.
Interesting. 4 apostles. God, this is killing me. I'm on the verge of remembering something. I can't shake the feeling that one of their names is also a food or something.
The records should be here some... Oh! Hello, Professor! It's good that you've come. I realized that I missed an opportunity to congratulate myself on my military achievements. But now that you're here, I have an audience for it. Indulge me, won't you? Oh! Behold, the proof that the utmost honor in combat belongs to none other than I, Constance von Nouvelle. What a relief to get that off my chest. Now, where did Elfric get to? I must have words with him.
Hey!
Don't suppose you're here for a drink, huh? They aren't any better, I'll tell you right now. Maybe folks down here wouldn't be so awful if they could get their hands on something worth tasting. Who am I kidding? Nobles are just as bad.
You've only been on the job a few moons, huh? No wonder you don't come off as a mindless church flunky. Plus, you don't flap your trap all the time. I appreciate that. I hope you never change, no matter how many years you spend with the annoying people up there.
For folks who've lost their homes on the surface, Abyss is all they've got. The place used to be nothing more than a den of criminals who did whatever they pleased. Now, we got Elfric to keep an eye on things. He understands that keeping people fed's the way to keep them calm.
Well, I'll be. Abyss is a sprawling place. Some houses, like mine, are actually quite far from the center of town. What brings me all the way here, then, you ask? I came to see Elfric. Even a glimpse of him is said to bring good luck.
Sometimes Elfric gives out candy. Stick close by him, and you might get some too. But save a little for me, okay?
Don't annoy Happy, or make her feel disappointed. You mustn't. Not ever, okay?
The answer is no. I will not allow it. It is far too dangerous.
Ah, but if we can determine its origin, we may eliminate the very danger that vexes you.
You already know this, but there are plenty of folks down here who can't defend themselves. If these attacks keep up, eventually they'll find themselves in harm's way.
Yes, I am aware. However, for the time being, you must promise to refrain from acting recklessly. My dear Fluck has suffered enough as it is. You needn't take any further risks.
Surprisingly overbearing, isn't he? He must really care about you guys.
Most certainly. Yet, if we fail to nip this problem in the bud, I shudder to think what will transpire. Aha! It's you! In the nick of time, as it were. Come, let us venture into the deep, deep underground. The chalice of legend awaits! But of course, deeper and deeper still beneath the monastery, to the chasm of the bound.
Coco, you didn't hear a word Elpie said, did you?
I surely did, but we must read between the lines. Elfric wants a solution as badly as we do. And so, we shall seek out the chalice of beginnings and present it to the church. If our enemies desire the object, this should halt all future attacks on Abyss. Brilliant, no?
I'm not so sure about that. According to legend, there's some kind of binding that protects it from would-be thieves. Even if we find it, we can't just walk up and take it unless we figure out how to break that thing.
Ah, but that is simplicity itself. We shall first ascertain whether it is still bound, and then we shall release it.
But where is this chasm anyway? I've never even heard of the place, much less seen it.
As luck would have it, I have discovered yet another secret passage. It appears to go deep underground. According to my superior instincts, it undoubtedly leads to the chasm of the bound.
Huh. I suppose it's worth a look. I don't care about finding some old cup, but if it could help us protect Abyss, I'll support the cause.
You surface dwellers do not have anything else to do at present, do you? You'll assist us, will you not?
Come on, Teach. We got plenty of time to follow them down that deep, dark tunnel. Admit it. Personally, I'm dying to find out more about this chasm and chalice business.
Splendid! It is decided. We leave at once.
Feeling pretty lost right now. How long have we been walking? I'm guessing a full week.
A week? Ridiculous. It's been a few hours at most.
Exaggerations aside, if this takes much longer, I'm concerned about our lack of food and water.
She's got a point. How about we trek a bit farther, and if we don't find anything, we turn back?
Constance, I find it rather curious how quickly you became fixated on the chalice. Care to explain?
Oh, No. Why would I be fixated on a silly little legend for some supposed ulterior motive?
You want the esteem. You think this will convince the church to help you restore your fallen house.
How could you possibly know that? Have you been snooping within the confines of my very mind?
I shall restore House Nouvelle to its former glory at all costs. It's practically your catchphrase.
Aha! Just as I suspected. Constance is the former lady of House Nouvelle. Until just a few years ago, it was a house of viscounts in the west of the Empire. They had a long and distinguished history.
House Nouvelle lost its status 5 years ago as a result of their part in the war.
Huh. You speak as though it has nothing to do with you.
I fear all I can do is ask forgiveness in place of my useless father. If doing so will comfort you in any way, then please accept my...
Save your breath. That will not be necessary. There is only one thing that I desire. For the sake of my parents, who fell courageously and selflessly in defense of the Empire. For them, I shall restore our status, revive House Nouvelle, and return it to its former glory. All that I do Even spending each day advancing my magical prowess is to that end.
And in reward for all that hard work, you were forced to live underground. Life's cruel. It's like you took a shortcut back to the starting line. Or maybe you're just unlucky.
What are you saying? I never intended to share that side of me with you.
Look at that. It's a good thing we didn't turn back. That looks mighty chasm-like, if you ask me.
Say, are we beneath the bridge in the monastery? Incredible.
Huh. I never thought I'd be gazing up at that bridge we've crossed 1,000 times from way, way down below.
Are we sure this is the right place?
It is, I think. I believe. I hope.
Constance, why are you hiding in the shade? Aren't you the one who insisted that we find the chalice?
Fine. If you insist that I join you, then I shall. Satisfied? Oh my. I was quite rude just now. Please accept my humble apologies for treating you so foully. I presume too much to stand beside such noble paragons. Allow me to dig a hole to bury myself in.
No matter how deep underground we are, I guess sunlight is still sunlight. Poor Constance.
This is what Coco's like in the sun. That's why she lives underground.
I fear I cannot guarantee that this is the chasm of the bound. I have almost surely wasted our time.
Enough with the self-doubt, yeah? Just put one foot in front of the other. We'll have you back in the shadows before you know it.
Cheer up, Coco. We need you.
And now I have forced you into a state of pity. I feel so very worthless.
I admit, I have never seen anything quite like this before. Is there nothing we can do to help?
Happy? Keep Constance moving. If we don't start searching, we'll never find that damn chalice.
Fine, I'll just push her a bit, I guess.
I must ask you to cease. You shall soil your hands upon my filthy back. No soap could possibly... Huh? This feeling. I sense magic in the air. There is something just ahead. The binding spell, perhaps.
I don't feel anything at all. Wait. Actually, I hear something. Something big. And it's moving.
Perhaps there is something in place that is guarding the chalice.
Yikes. What is that thing? It's like some kind of gigantic toy.
I don't have the slightest idea what's going on, but I know it doesn't bode well.
I don't know, could be fun. It's been a while since I've met an enemy that can put up a good fight. Hey you! Meet your master, pal. I'm gonna pummel you into my own personal shield. What's the deal? No matter how many we squash, more just take their place.
If those things were created to protect the chalice, there must be a way to deactivate them.
If I may presume to offer my opinion, the statues may warrant scrutiny.
There must be a way to activate those things. I bet they require some type of key.
You who befoul this sacred place, leave now or perish.
Sacred place? Sounds like the chasm of the bound, all right.
I think I might have found the key. That thing over there is carrying it around.
Let me at him.
A great help.
Yep.
Well done. I will prevail.
I'll give it my all.
Ready and willing. It's your call.
Sure thing.
Battle?
Sorry.
I'll cut through.
Who, me?
The sun. It's a long road yet.
Who's next? Now that feels good.
No!
Stay focused.
Ready and willing. Never underestimate an outsider. Progress suits me well.
You're fresh out of luck.
Use caution.
Let's get this over with.
On it.
Time is now. Over already.
You'll be repaid.
I could have been sleeping this whole time.
Face it, I'm better than you.
Happenstance can be deadly.
Hilda! Hilda!
stops.
Don't expect much more than that.
Is such a small change truly an improvement?
Strong enough?
Now I'm even tougher.
Huh. There's clearly something special about this key. Better keep it safe.
I'll cut through.
pal.
Don't hold this against me, okay?
My presence is clearly not necessary.
At him.
Quite humble.
All that blood and sweat was worth it.
Too slow! Saw that coming.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
Watching her.
Yeah!
doing my part.
I could use a break.
I'd rather be napping.
Well done. You'll be repaid.
Good enough for me.
Sure, why not? You've got to try.
I won? That can't be right.
Doubtless, this is a temporary game.
On it. We won't hold back.
I have so far left to go.
Who, me?
Luck is on my side.
Can't get ahead of myself.
Enough is enough! It was a good try. I'm not done yet.
Just like that.
May my foes someday forgive me.
That's what you get.
Slow and steady.
Thank you.
I must steel myself.
Amazing.
Thanks much. Me? Really?
Thanks for that.
punish the fools.
Our failure to use caution is most regrettable. I'm certainly paying the price for it now.
One key, multiple keyholes. Must be a fellow schemer.
Agreed. This is just the sort of trap your crafty brain would dream up.
You fought well. Such power dwells within?
I won? That can't be right.
You sure?
Make him weep.
It's a long road yet.
Thanks for that.
We have this!
I've got an ace up my sleeve.
Be mindful. Be mindful.
I'll give it my all.
sun.
Let me at him. Ready to bleed?
Ready and willing.
Battle?
I will prevail. Thanks much.
I'll cut through.
Right where I was.
Who, me?
Yep.
You're in my way.
No biggie. Ugh. Baby steps, I guess.
I'm impressed.
You sure? Sure, why not?
Oh, I got it!
Sure thing.
Really?
It's simple logic.
Need a hand?
Unleash, pals!
Yep.
I must keep aiming higher.
Is such a small change truly an improvement? Think this through. It's a long road yet.
You're making me work. Don't expect much more than that.
Stay focused.
Emma, no charge.
It's our chance to prevail.
I've got your back, bud.
Now's our chance.
Easy peasy.
Well done.
All that blood and sweat was worth it.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
want to go home.
Sorry. Thanks. Ready and willing.
What? This one's a trap too. How are we supposed to tell them apart?
Only one left. Hopefully we can finally put a stop to this madness. Is that all?
I sped a weakling to their demise.
Unexpected.
And I didn't even enjoy it.
Distance can be deadly.
Nice!
Thanks, pal. Yeah.
Quite helpful.
Close call, but we did it. Our efforts paid off.
So this is what the goddess grants me.
There's something drawn on the rock over there. They look like crests. Whoa, what's going on?
My crest. Oh, but look at the stone. there's light streaming from it.
Look! There's something in that opening.
Oh, can it be?
Is that?
You would know best. It is beyond my ken whether that is the chalice. Curse my ignorance.
Answer the question, will ya? Is it or isn't it?
That quaking earlier. Some kind of containment magic related to the crests was in place here. Whether intentionally or not, the chalice was released. I hesitate to suggest that those things were the cause. Oh, perhaps one of our crests was the key to unbinding the chalice.
Care to summarize that?
My apologies. I have caused you undue vexation by speaking so incomprehensibly. Were I to venture a tentative guess, I would say that this is indeed the chalice of beginnings.
You could have just said, this is it, all right.
Forgotten crests resembling those of the four apostles, depicted on a sealed rock wall. Objects that resemble holy armaments, and a chalice that gathers magic all on its own. I don't know of any other legends that cover all of that, so this must be the chalice we're looking for.
1,000 thank yous for covering my own inadequacy with such a competent explanation.
I'm still not used to hearing you speak in such a manner.
Forgive me, Your Highness. If I have displeased you, please take my life as a small gesture of atonement.
Oh, your highest of highnesses, I doth humbly beg of thee to find forgiveness within your royal heart.
Stop fooling around, Claude. And Constance, I assure you there is nothing to forgive.
I hear thunder. Rain is soon to follow.
We'd better head back to Abyss before the storm hits us.
It happened yet again. Why must my good intentions always... Huh? What was that sound? It cannot be.